Well, thank you everybody for joining us for another episode of Smart TV. We really appreciate you being on with us today. Today we want to talk about how to know where your leads are coming from. Lead attribution is a common problem that happens in online marketing because you oftentimes have lots of social media sites, you have websites, you have email marketing, you have maybe other banner ads or other things you have out there that you're using as well for marketing to drive traffic, and you're usually driving a ton of traffic back to a couple of small sites or mainly just one site. In fact, sometimes that's just the case. So what happens with this is it's very common that we don't quite know where they're all coming from, where all those leads are coming in from. So we want to talk about that today to give some ideas and examples to help you in understanding where that lead attribution is happening. The easiest way to track your leads is with what's called a link shortener. So this is a tool that you can use to help you in knowing where your leads are coming from. So you want a trackable link. This way you can give an idea of what's happening where. Most common link shortening and link tracking service that people have heard of is Bitly. Bitly has a good service. They've done some good things. They've changed their pricing about a year ago, and so you're really limited in what you can do unless you pay them money. So there are other link services out there that you can use to help you out. One that we like to use is Post, P-O.st. They have a link shortening tool that is really handy to use. And it allows you to shorten the link, even make a custom shortened link for you as well, and then be able to track that. So the nice thing is you want to create a link for the different types of places where you're getting your referrals from. And there's many other tools out there for link shortening as well that you can use. Inside Hootsuite, they have their own link shortening tool that helps track links as well, called Owly. That it's a company they bought a long time ago when they first started, but it's all integrated into Hootsuite's system. So sometimes you'll have them integrated in with a third-party tool that's helping you with curating your content for social media. So look at those as well, but track those links. If you have like a banner ad you're putting out somewhere, if you've got links on your social media and other things, have a unique link in those different areas so that you can track those leads coming in. So what we like to do for our customers is we actually have a link that we make. It's a custom short link that we can track. So that way we know on their social media sites and on the posts that we're putting out where is there traffic that we are driving to a client's website. We can track that and we can see what's going on. So we can say, oh look, 250 people went to your website last month from your social media sites, and it's because of the work that we did, because the only way you can get that link is through us, through the posts we're putting out on your social media. So that gives us an opportunity to track the value that we have. But look at having different ones as well on your different advertising campaigns to see where you're getting different traffic. Now, if you run ads, then there are some great things that you can do with those, because ads oftentimes they'll track your own clicks and links as well. So you can use the ad analytics to track that also. So if you have questions about helping you with lead attribution or dealing with link shorteners, those are the great questions we want to talk about and answer today, as we want to help you in improving your online marketing. So a couple of things to think about too in trackable links is you do not necessarily have to track everything that you send out. That sometimes we get asked that, do you track everything, like even to articles and stuff? No, we don't necessarily track that. The thing you want to look at when tracking links is what are the things you need to know for the goals in your business. So every business should have what's called a KPI, or key performance indicator. These are the metrics that help you know whether your business is getting better or whether it's getting worse. So you want to make sure you understand what those KPIs are for your business, and any marketing you do to drive traffic for those, put a link shortener in place. The other nice thing about a link shortener as well is, let's say you do print advertising and you want to make it easier for people to connect with you. So rather than put in an ad, hey, come like my page on Facebook, come to www.facebook.com/the name of my company. that's just a lot to remember. People aren't going to be typing that in. So, which is why links in your emails and other things is great to help drive traffic there as well. Those are awesome. The other thing you want to think about is in print, look at making those link shorteners. So you have something that's www or http : // so you can, but most of that of course is always the browser just gets that. That's just default, so you don't have to worry about that. But you could say something like fb.me whatever, or my company name / something. So you can do those. So make a custom link that makes it easier for people to remember. You can use it in your print advertising, which then you can use to see, are you getting people off of your print ads to come to social media to connect with you? That could be a way to do it. You could put a link out there using QR codes. We talked about those last week. So how can you use QR codes in your business? So put a unique code out there with QR codes, see if people are snapping pictures off of your ads, using that QR code on your ads with their phone to link over. There's a lot of things you can do with that as well. So the real goal is to make sure you can track those links, you can track what's going on, and make it easy to know where your leads are coming from. Now, Facebook has a tool called a pixel. These are very common tools to use on a lot of marketing platforms as well. So these are good to use. If you're not using them, I highly recommend looking at getting it installed on your website. So what a pixel is just a little piece of code that you can put on usually you stick it in the header on the page that you want to have reference to, you want to have access to. So it's a part of your site that the general public doesn't see. They don't see the header. Most of that's metadata for browsers and for search engines to find you and to render certain things. So it's not anything that anybody's going to see, basically. But hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate you all joining us today. So as we talk about link shorteners and how to do link attribution, if you have questions, let us know. I'd love to answer those for you. So with the pixel, you dump that piece of code into your website on those pages, that page or pages that you want tracked. You oftentimes can go in there and say, here's the type of behaviors we want tracked on these. And then what it'll happen is that pixel will then report back to your analytics, here's what's happening, here's how many pages they went to, or here's where they came from, here's how they moved through, did they buy, did they not buy, all those things are great. So look at those and consider that, because that's another great way to monitor and track how people are moving across their social sites. So, and this is very, very important to realize that tracking your links makes a big difference. Most people, most consumers today are what we call omni-device. So what that means is they are using a computer at work, they have a laptop at home that they use for certain things, they have an iPad or a tablet of some sort, they have a smartphone of some type as well. Sometimes they may even have a smart TV in there also. So people are omni-device these days, which means they have a lot of different devices. Hello. So they can see you in multiple ways. Sometimes people at work, they're on their computer, so they'll see something different there. Maybe they will, what is your name and do you work with business opportunity leads? Smart Social is our company, just to answer your question, and we do help with online marketing for businesses. So the thing you want to look at with those, sorry I got sidetracked for a second there, is realize that when you have link shorteners, when you've got things in place, it just makes it easier for you to know, because if you want to see if people are coming just off of Facebook, maybe you have something like an ad you put out just on mobile only, so it only shows up on a smartphone or a tablet, but not a computer. So there's different ways of doing that, and you can even set up some of your posts on social media or some of your ads on social media to even go out and say we only want it to go to people who are using a certain type of device. That can even give you some more feedback as well, even on behaviors of your customers as well. What are they doing? What's going on with them? What kinds of devices are they coming from? Is it coming from a desktop? Is it coming from a mobile device? What type of mobile device? Is there an operating system that seems to be favored? So sometimes you can track some of that by making some unique links. Thankfully, there's a lot of analytics out there that will track that for you make it easier for you to keep an eye on that. But those are good to know. Where are your customers coming from? How are they finding you? What step in the process are they when they find you? So using those link trackers are going to help out. Anytime you put out a link to your website, it's nice to be able to track those links. If you're going to post something in like an ad or a marketing, have a way to track that. This is a quick way to do like an affiliate type link. Like if you have another company that you're partnering with to do some cross advertising, create a unique link just for them. So you can even isolate out, here's the links here's the people that are coming in from this specific customer or this specific partner of ours and how we're coming together. So those links are great. Like I said, Bitly is a great service to use. They do cost money. They used to have a better service. So there's a free service you can use on Bitly. They do allow you to set up your links. I think they have it limited to, you can do only so many links in your account for free, and your analytics doesn't last very long. It's only the last 3 or 4 weeks of analytics. And so if you want to do it on a long-term basis, then you're going to start, all that past data is going to start dropping off and you won't have those historicals. So you either need to be writing them down, putting them in a spreadsheet yourself to keep track of them, or or pay Bitly money or look for a different service. So Post is a service that we've mentioned as well, po.st. They have a link shortening service that is great, very cost effective, and it's just an awesome service to use. You can put custom URLs together and everything. So, and there are other ones out there. It says if you go with Hootsuite, they have their own as well that you can use that will help you out with shortening those links and tracking those through their Owly system. So a lot of services, a lot of companies will do this for you, which is great. Please use them. Please use them. It's similar in a way. If you want to track phone calls, like where you're getting phone calls from, have a different number on Facebook and social sites versus on your website. So you know, somebody calls the number from social media, it came from social media. If they call the number from your website, it came from your website. So there's ways that you can even track some of that coming through to help you out. And a quick way to do that, honestly, is with a Google Voice number. Set up Google Voice number for your social media sites, and then when they call you, it routes to your cell phone. And then you still get those messages, but now you can see how many calls came through that Google Voice number, which is only found on your social media. Have a different number when you put your email marketing campaigns together. Track it that way. There's a lot of tracking services for calls as well. If you're a developer, have some skills in coding, you can go to Twilio, and they can help you set up your own system for text messaging as well as phone calling as well. So you can set up your own analytics and tracking and system. But there's a whole bunch of companies out there that'll already have it set up. You just got to sign up and they'll do it. So if you want it done for you, then look at those services. Now, oftentimes when you do services like Infusionsoft, those are full-size marketing services. They've got everything in place for you, basically. You pay several $100 a month to them, and then they work with you to build out your campaigns. They do track this stuff. They can see, okay, if you do an email marketing campaign, somebody opens this email, they opened it, so here's the next message to go out. They opened it, but they didn't do anything. Here's this message. They opened it, but did click the link to go to the next phase, then they get a different email. They didn't open it, there's another different email that they get. So you can set this whole campaign up that has all these different emails and conditions of what behaviors are the people doing, and it'll track it and help give you an idea of what's going on in those systems. So if you're going to do a lot of online marketing, be very aggressive with those. Look at the Infusionsoft and others. There's several companies that are like Infusionsoft but do not cost as much. Those you can use as well, but have those together. If you're going to use a landing page, something like Unbounce or Lead Pages, you're doing it for your lead generation, or you just want to use it as a sales tool, or offer new special deals on your products, like a pre-sign up for a product pre-sale or anything like that, look at those custom links. Make sure you can track that traffic. You can see where you're getting those referrals from. And sometimes really, if you want to get even more granular on it, consider putting a unique link in every different social network. So there's one link for Facebook, one link for Twitter, one link for Pinterest, one link for LinkedIn. That way you know inside your social which sites are you getting the referrals from. So that's another way you could look at it and see what's going on as well for where you're getting your leads and your referrals from. But do track it. It is so important to track it and know where things are coming from. In fact, if you want to give a quick evaluation on those types of links, is look at the lifetime value of your customer. Find out what that lifetime value is. How much does a customer spend with you over their lifetime? Look at that information, find that out, and then look at your rate of lead generation on your website. So let's say you have a page on your website people go to buy or sign up. Go and figure out, okay, if we get, out of 100 people that hit this page, how many of them convert? What is that ratio? You can take that ratio and figure out, okay, so if we have a 1% ratio, and let's say our lifetime value is around $1,000, then one link to your website really is worth 1% of $1,000. So that's the thing that you can look at as well to say, hey, let's get this, let's find out what the value of these links are. So there's some great ways to track this stuff. Use those link shorteners, put some custom links together so that you can put things in print. If you do a lot of print advertising, get a link shortener, put a customized link in there, and then put it up there so that people can see it and easy for them to remember. Something catchy, something simple that they can pick it up and use to be able to remember to go to your site off of the print. Use QR codes in print to get people to click over your site, track that, see if anybody's coming off those QR codes with a unique link. Those are all really good things to do. So look at using those tools to help you in your online marketing to make sure that you can have success in attributing those links. Where are you getting your referrals and links from? Where are people coming from to do customers? And especially if you're running ads a lot, always get a custom web pixel from Facebook, put on there so you can track Facebook traffic, those things. Some of the other social sites have pixel abilities as well. So use those to track those links so you know where they're coming from and where to attribute those to. It's an area that thankfully is getting better. It's historically been hard to track where those people are coming from. Hello, thank you. But keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on where those leads are coming from, because that's going to make a huge difference in understanding where you're getting your effectiveness in your marketing. So if you have any other questions about links, link tracking, lead attribution, anything with online marketing, feel free to let us know. We would love to reach out and talk with you more. Reach out, you can use our hashtag SMRTTV, or just reach out to us on social media and ask us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions as best we can to help you out with your online marketing.